Hello, this is Yogeshwar 7000 again, and I'm back on my series on Rahu transits 2017, and today we'll be talking about this transit which happened on August the 18th, 2017 from the zodiac sign of Leo into the zodiac sign of Cancer. So as we know that Rahu and Ketu always moved backwards, so it has moved on August 18th from zodiac sign of Leo into Cancer backwards, and similarly Ketu has also moved into a zodiac sign which is right opposite to it. Okay, so if Rahu moves into Cancer, then automatically Ketu has to move the same instant, the same moment, right opposite to it, which is the zodiac sign of Capricorn. Okay, so Rahu and Ketu axis is moved, and Rahu's gonna stay in Cancer for the next 18 months. So it makes it a very, very important transit, because one, Rahu and Ketu are malefic and it stays in one zodiac sign for such a long period of time. That's what I keep mentioning in these videos. You know, Sun stays in one zodiac sign for approximately 1 month. Of course, it's an important transit, but still, you know, it's just going to be in one zodiac sign for a month. Similarly, Moon is going to be in one zodiac sign for approximately 2¼ days. That's the fastest planet. It covers the entire zodiac. It moves around the entire zodiac of 360 degrees in approximately 27 days. Of course, you know, it's an important transit, but it stays in one zodiac sign for just 2¼ days. So it is important, but still, you know, a lot of people are not very concerned. Here, Rahu, Ketu, and Jupiter, which stays in one zodiac sign for a year, Saturn, which stays in one zodiac sign for approximately 2½ years. These are very, very important planets. So anyways, so how will Rahu affect people with the moon sign of Libra in its transit for 18 months? That's what will be the topic of discussion today. And if you can see on the screen, the number 7 is placed on the ascendant or the first house, but please do not get confused by this placement of number 7 here, as you can see on the screen, in the first house or the ascendant, because we are not talking about the effects of Rahu transit for Libra ascendant people. We are talking about the effects of Rahu transit for the moon sign of Libra. Okay, so look at your natal chart, open your natal chart, and if you see that the planet Moon is placed where number 7 is written, which means it's placed in Libra, then this video is for you. Okay, because as per the ancient Vedic astrological scriptures, transits, or gochara as it's called in Sanskrit, should only be considered from the moon sign, okay, not from the ascendant. However, there are different opinions that you should look at it from the ascendant as well, and you know, I'm not gonna, you know, conflict or, you know, say no to that, but I cannot guarantee, because I'm just talking to you about as per what has been mentioned in the ancient scriptures. You can look at it from the ascendant as well, but the effects may be similar or may not be similar. Okay, so there are different opinions about this transit, how to look at from the moon sign or from the moon sign as well as the ascendant. There are different opinions by different astrologers, but yes, definitely as per the scriptures, you should definitely look at it from the moon sign. So today we'll be talking about the effects of the transit of Rahu, which stays or which will stay in the zodiac sign of Cancer for the next 18 months for Libra moon sign people. So for Libra moon sign people, Rahu will transit its 10th house. Okay, because if the moon sign is Libra, then Rahu will, the 10th house from the moon will be the zodiac sign of Cancer. So Rahu will be placed in the 10th house for Libra moon sign people. And when I say 10th house, it's not from the ascendant. It'll be placed in the 10th house from the moon. Okay, don't get confused on that once again. So how will it affect people with the moon sign of Libra? Well, first of all, the Rahu transit into the 10th house is, I would say, a little mixed, more on the negative side. And if you know that it is moving from your 11th house from the moon to the 10th house from the moon, okay, now you had a great time while Rahu was placed in the 11th house from the moon. for Libra moon sign people, because Rahu's placement in the 11th house is really good, and I discussed that in my earlier video, which now has happened for Virgo moon sign people. So the honeymoon is over for Libra moon sign people. All right, so it has moved into the 10th house from moon now from the 11th house, and although it's not a bad placement, I wouldn't say it's completely bad, but it's not definitely as good as when it was placed in the 11th house in the moon. So this 18 period will be slightly difficult for Libra moon sign people as compared to the last 18 months which has passed. Okay, so not a great news for them, but at the same time, you know, it's not going to be extremely bad as well. So you should be very careful as far as starting new professions or new business ventures rather are concerned, or changing jobs are concerned. Very, very important. There may be slight challenges in terms of your reputation. Okay, and there could be some kind of a power struggle at work for people who are, you know, who are actually working at corporates, and you know, there could be some kind of a power struggle there. So and people who are well placed and having a smooth professional life, I will recommend do not go and make changes in this next 18 months for Libra moon sign people. Okay, also not a great time for your mother's health. There could be slight challenges or relationship with your mother. Not a great time for building new homes or acquiring new properties. That's not a good time as well. And also, you know, be careful as far as your savings are concerned. So any kind of a savings should not be, you know, disturbed, I would say. You know, there are times when, you know, you can very conveniently say that, okay, well, if you've saved a certain amount of money, go ahead, take some money out of that and, you know, try something adventurous like starting a new business venture, or, you know, putting in some money in speculation. No, this is not a good time for, you know, touching your savings. Okay, try to be as conservative as possible. That's what I'm trying to say here. Okay, also your diseases, or like I said, you know, when Rahu was in the 11th house from your moon, for Libra moon sign people, the last 18 months which has passed, it was great for recovery. It was great for diagnosis of any kind of a diseases you may have had. But again, you know, challenges may be felt in this 18 months as far as your health is concerned. Any kind of I wouldn't say major diseases, but some kind of an health challenge is something which you should, you know, look out for or be careful about. Rather, you know, don't be in a situation where you don't do physical exercises or you don't eat healthy. Try to be eating as healthy as possible. Try to do your exercises, whether it's going to the gym or yoga or whatever, because health issues may be slightly felt. But like I said, you know, this is not a really bad placement. Rahu's placement in the 10th house from the natal moon is not really bad, but once again, not as good as when it was placed in the 11th house in the last 18 months for Libra moon sign people. Okay, so just a word of caution: be a little conservative. Do not go out and, you know, be very adventurous when it comes to changing jobs or starting a business enterprise, or pulling out money from your account, or not taking good care of your health. You know, all these things have to be taken care of, and you will be fine. I'm pretty sure of that. Now, having said that, you also have to look at other transits of other planets, the other 7 planets which are happening. Okay, other than Rahu and Ketu, and if those transits are good for you, then of course, you know, you do not have to worry much. But if those transits of those planets, those 7 planets, are a little challenging for you, then of course you have to exercise some more caution, what I just mentioned, you know, in terms of your health, your mother's health, your savings, and you know, starting new ventures. Be very, very careful in case the other transits are also not positive for you. Then be extra careful in those matters. Okay, but nothing to worry. Also look at your dashas, your operating periods of planets, from the nakshatra dasha systems. One of the important and very popular nakshatra dasha system is the Vimshottari dasha. Definitely look at the dashas, whether those dashas are good or bad for you, you know, then come to a final conclusion as to how the next 18 months is going to be. If those dashas are positive, then not to worry too much. If those dashas are negative, along with this okay dasha and some bad or negative transits for other planets, then you have to exercise extreme caution. So, you know, while analyzing transits, look at dashas as well. Nakshatra dashas, like I said, you know, Vimshottari is an important one, and look at some Rashi dashas as well, like a Chara dasha or a Narayana dasha. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. It's not a really bad time for people with the moon sign of Libra, but it's not a great time as well. So just hang in there, and in the meanwhile, I will recommend subscribe to my channel. Check out my website. There is a link below, and I will see you with an interesting topic in Vedic astrology in my next session very soon. Goodbye.